Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So behind me, I was doing a little bit of a DIY this week and the copper spray paint was out again. And I know what you're thinking, have you not had enough of the copper spray paint? No. I also had my first attempt at using contact paper. So basically I was kind of on Pinterest as usual, Pinterest binge. I stumbled across loads of things that were like copper and marble. And I know it's really popular, copper and marble, among like bloggers and like interiors as well. It's kind of like a trend, but it's my guilty pleasure as well. So I decided to transform an old breakfast tray table, and I gave it the marble and copper effect, and I also made something for Blondie as well. So we have matching food stations, I suppose you could say. I am a little bit obsessed with copper at the moment. I have my little copper cup. You would have seen this in my last haul video. I got it in pennies. Love the copper cups. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I got the marble and copper look on the two items I have here using some copper spray paint and some marble contact paper. It was actually my first time to use contact paper. Well, no, I tell a lie. When you were in school as a kid, do you remember wrapping your books in the contact paper? Well, it's gotten a bit better over time. So I got that contact paper, the marble one, in my local Woodies. It was $6.99 for a long roll. You could have gotten a smaller one. I probably could have done with the smaller one, but they didn't have that particular one I wanted in stock, so I had to get the larger roll. Blondie is also joining me in today's video. I love how you guys love Blondie. I feel like people only watch for Blondie. So let's get into the video. I'll also have more on my blog written in detail where you can see all the products. I'll make sure to link my blog post below in the description box. Please hit that subscribe button, and you can find me over on Instagram as well. I'll pop my handle here, and let's get into the video. So the first thing I'm going to do is disassemble everything. So I've taken the legs off this one because it's just easier to do and you're going to get a more polished finish. So there is the top, here is the bottom, and this is going to get sprayed copper. And then if you come over here, I have my tray table here, and I'm going to do the same thing. So this is my tray table. I'm going to take the legs off. So there's two screws either side. So I'm going to take the legs off and spray the legs. Then I'm going to lay this flat, and then I'm going to spray the sides and the top, the bits that are going to be copper. I'm not going to bother spraying this because this is going to get covered in the marble contact paper. So today I am using the Copper Brilliant Finish. You would have seen me use all of this product before. My can of surface primer is a can that I've used in my past like 2-3 upcycles, and I still have, I'd say I have enough to do this project, and that's probably the end of that can. So like all of my projects, I'm going to do 1 coat of surface primer, then I'm probably going to do 1 to 2 coats of the metallic finish. This gives a gorgeous copper. It's a real pop, and it's going to look really nice against the marble, I hope, fingers crossed. So I'm going to take this all outside and spray it in the garden. Also, this is my roll of contact paper. I got this in Woodies, and it's like a dark marble colour. It's more like kind of black. They had another colour and it was more brown, but I wanted to get the kind of darker colour, so I'm hoping this is going to look nice with the copper. I hope the two will kind of contrast nicely. So I've just used a piece of cardboard today to just kind of protect the ground, and I have everything laid out exactly how I kind of want to spray it. And this, remember, I'm only going to be spraying the sides and the top, and just in there the flat piece is going to be covered with the contact paper. So I'm just going to shake up my can for a good 30 seconds, spray, and then let it fully dry. So I have just started to place the marble contact paper on the lids because I'm just waiting on my paint to dry. Now what I've done for this is, so I just had a little experiment before I filmed it. So I put the contact paper on, so here's my other circle here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, that's what's fun about this DIY, but it did go on nice and smooth, and I just used my credit card. I didn't have one of them squeegees just to smooth out any bubbles, but I have to say I didn't get many bubbles. Now when you turn it over, so I literally just kind of folded it in like you would a like wrapping present, and you're not going to see this underneath. So what I'm going to do is, to get a perfect like circle here, I have my cutting mat and I have a circle blade, and I'm going to just go around and blade this. But don't worry if you don't have a cutting mat and a blade. I reckon if you wanted to measure this up, use a pen and mark out where the holes are. You could cut them and then stick it on. So I found this worked really well for me because I got a nice kind of even circle, and then my Blondie's dish is going to sit right in, which covers the edge, so you're not going to see any of the brown. So I'm actually really happy with the marble. When I first bought it I thought it might be too black, but I actually think it's going to look really nice with the copper legs. Here is a better idea of what it will look like. So when the balls are in, you can't see that edge. So I think it looks like a little proper professional finish. I think Blondie is going to be delighted with our new food bowl. So I have just reassembled the screws, and I love how this is after turning out. So I'm just going to give the balls a clean, and the contact paper is food safe, I think it said on the wrapper, so it's wipeable, and that's another, oh Pepsi, you're ruining my shot. Another reason why I went with this on top was because I wanted it to be like non-toxic and safe for Blondie. A lot of chalk paints and stuff is child and pet friendly, but because Blondie is going to be like getting food all over this, I wanted it to just be wipeable, and then if it does kind of go bad, at least I can change the contact paper. But it does feel really durable, so I'm really happy with the finish that I've got on this. So now that my copper is dry on the sides of the tray, I'm going to get my contact paper, and what I'm going to do is, because this is quite a large roll, I am going to cut off a large piece. I'm going to kind of roughly measure it first before I properly measure it out, and then I'm going to stick it on. So now that I have cut my paper to size, I'm going to start sticking it down. So I'm literally just going to start on one corner, slowly peel it back, and yeah, hope I get no bubbles. So here is my marble tray top. So now I'm just gonna have to go out to the garden and get my legs and then reassemble it all. I have to say, I did find it really easy putting the marble contact paper on. I didn't get much bubbles at all. I didn't even need to squeegee with my credit card on it, but you can go over it. I say this would be great on kitchen cabinets, and I love that it's really wipeable, so I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far. So I have just assembled, and I got too excited because I wanted to just put some props on top and see what it looked like. I just put back the legs. Pepsi's over there. She always has to get her face in a video, doesn't she? So yes, I'm thrilled. I'm actually buzzing. When I put the legs back on, I was like, oh my god. And what I love about this tray is when you fold the legs fold right under, so you can just have it on the table top as an actual just tray, which I really like. So I'm absolutely thrilled with this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to style it up and show you what it looks like in the bedroom. I'm going to have fun. One of my favourite things to do is like style them up for blog pictures. So I think I'm going to get a little newspaper croissant and I'm going to style this up for you to have a little look. I also love how me and Blondie, we can have our matching breakfast sets. So here's my version and over there is Blondie's version. So we have a matching little breakfast copper and marble set.